Hey guys, and welcome back to part 3, the license plate install. So here we are, and we're going to be mounting an offset shock mounted license plate. And now a lot of people have concerns about removing the shock, and it's honestly not that difficult as long as you have a jack. Now, I personally have used a scissor jack from a car as well for this, but I don't advise to do it. It's kind of sketchy. The bike can teeter and fall. So if you have a friend or you have access to an actual jack for a motorcycle, I highly recommend this. If you have a front tire, like a jack as well to keep your bike straight, it helps out a lot, but you can do this on your kickstand with just a regular motorcycle jack. The only thing you want to be concerned about is ensuring that you're safe when you do this, however you get the bike up. These are 17 mil bolts, and what we're going to do is we're going to slide the jack under, we're going to jack the bike up just enough to take the tension off. So what do I mean by taking the tension off? As you can see, the wheel is on the ground. When the wheel is on the ground, the weight of the bike is putting compressional tension on the shocks downwards due to weight and gravity, therefore applying force down. If you jack up the bike and the rear wheel comes off the ground, you are going to relax the suspension, therefore having the weight of the wheel pull this rear swing arm set and everything down of the weight of the wheel and the swing arm, therefore again stretching out the shocks and applying tension downwards, and therefore putting tension on this bolt. And why is that important is that it makes this bolt a little bit more hard to take off because you're fighting it, but in addition, everything is aluminum, and it's very easy to strip this out when you are going to be fighting it to force it back in. It's really easy to strip the threads, which I have seen before. So what do? We put a jack under and we jack up the bike just enough before the wheel comes off and before the weight of the bike is on it, so that this bolt is super easy to take off. So let me demonstrate. Slide your jack under the motorcycle. Ensure that your jack is straight under the motorcycle. Make sure that there is nothing obstructing between the jack and the motorcycle, and begin jacking up the motorcycle. If your back wheel comes off the ground, you have gone too far. So right now we're jacking up a lot more to the back, to the front, but back is still. So as you can see, right now I came up off the ground and I haven't locked in my jack yet, so I am sagging a little bit, but my weight is gone too far up. So what we're going to do next is we're going to loosen the shock mount. So if you can take out the lower shock bolt by hand and it's not being tensioned on by the shock, that means your tension and weight is off the bike. So there we are, done. Now let's install the Street Pilot's license plate mount. Bam, do you want it like this? What, we're going to articulate it more down.
Yeah.
You want it like straight down?
Yeah, like that. That's fine.
Okay, no problem. Put the 2 bolts through. Put the washers on the back. And Bob's your uncle. That's it. And now using a number 4 Allen and a 10 mil, let's tighten up the license plate bracket. And now let's mount the license plate that I stepped on. With the first number or letter at the bottom of the plate. We are, and now again using a number 4 Allen and a 10 mil, let's secure this in. Now, are you going to run a license plate light? If you're not going to run a license plate light, I have to tuck that license plate light wire.
Okay.
I'll have to tuck that license plate light wire.
Oh.
It's fine.
Where would the license plate light go?
Right here, I just have to shift the plate over.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to run it or no?
Yeah, sure. If the wire's already out. Why? Do I have to order? I have to order.
No. You don't. You reuse your factory one.
Oh, no, then no. No. Just leave it.
Okay. And just like that, the license plate is installed. So for those of you that want to run a license plate light, you can reuse your factory one. First thing is, once this is removed, there's just a little like plastic trim clips. Pop them out with a screwdriver or an X-Acto knife. Then your license plate wiring. Carefully feed it through. And now what you need to do is you need to detach your license plate bracket using the 3 10 mil bolts, because the license plate light is attached to it. 1, 2, 3. Now you can feed out your stock license plate actual metallic mount. On the back of the metallic mount, it is mounted with, I believe, 2 number 8 hex heads. And you can dismount those. And the license plate wire comes off with its wiring, just like so. Now at Street Pilots, we have accounted for this. Therefore, what you can do is you can shift your license plate over to the other side, plug it right back on, tighten your license plate back on. So Canadian plates, they will always overhang because our plates are a little bit bigger, but our brackets are designed to be both for American and Canadian plates, and therefore that's why we opted out for a little bit of a smaller size, so we did not want our bracket overhanging the American plates. Now with that all said and done, you can take your stock factory license plate wire, feed it right back through into its stock mount on our Street Pilots license plate bracket, secured back in with 2 8 mil hex heads, torque it down to a spec of a minimum of good and tight. And now we're going to freehand this next part so you guys can see the final clean look. It's all nice and snug. We're going to switch to our handheld camera. So this is how the license plate light will remount back to the Street Pilots license plate mount, accounting for it. And here is a little tip on how to cleanly tuck your license plate wire. Run it on the inside of the shock. Run it up the swing arm. Use a tie wrap to secure it here and here. And then, because there's always a little bit of a gap, even on your stock plate, you can run your Street Pilots license plate wire out from under, connect it to your stock factory license plate wire, listen for the satisfactory click, and then you can tuck it all back under here, like so, and leave just enough so that you can tie wrap it down. 1 and 2. Here's the final wire tuck with the wire strapped down and hidden behind the swing arm, going up and tucking behind the subframe plate. And here's a fully functioning license plate light. There we are.